Hey guys, Ep4 here. In this episode, I do my first online game in the new Madden 25 Ultimate Team. Hey everybody, Ep4 here with my first online game of Ultimate Team, Madden Ultimate Team 25 here. Playing against Magical, I think, Magic, whatever. I don't know his name. So he decides to kick the ball off to me first. And I am back with Arena, just gonna try to do something. I almost find a hole. I find a hole, but then I just kind of stumble with the people in my way. So I decide to go with a pass play. Wait, yeah, I decided to go with a pass play on the first play, but this play works out perfectly. As you can see, whoop! Look at that, just Adrian Peterson just juked him out. And Adrian Peterson is glitching in the ground. That makes no sense, but... So I'm gonna go with a pass play now. Nothing really interesting happened between that, you know, just try to run it, but then nothing happened. So I see a wide open, getting a nice chunk of yards here. Like, I mean, yeah. Jimmy Graham just getting, and then nothing really interesting happened between that again, and then the quarter comes to an end. Still the score is 0-0. So I decided to go with a PAF slide just because it doesn't really look like he's trying to play to one side. He's just kind of spread out in the middle. So I decided to do that, and I was totally right. I just passed it to A, and they were just way behind Jimmy Graham. And so that leads to my first touchdown of the game. Nothing interesting happened between that. It's 4th and 1 for him, and then he gets the first down with that. Then he's calling the hurry-up offense, trying to get my defense off. And so he drives down. Nothing really spectacular, no interceptions, you know, nothing, just kind of like, you know, getting first down. Then he drives down the field to my red zone, and then he gets his pass off straight to his receiver, and then he gets a touchdown. So I just received the ball, you know, on the 20-yard line. Nothing happened really between when I got it and right now. But I only have 59 seconds left in the second quarter, so let's see what we can do with it. I see wide open Cordell Patterson just getting that pass. Like, man, that was a really, really nice pass by RG3, and Patterson just pulling that ball in, just getting that. So I call hurry up offense, and then I see I see Patterson again open. So he gets the first down again. So I decided to call a timeout here. I don't really want to run hurry up offense again. I have 3 timeouts. Now I have 2 though. So I'm gonna keep going with the same play I've been doing. That's keeping me helping. I want to pass to Patterson right here, but then I see A, and I see the 2 blitzers coming from the side, and one of them is supposed to be covering Jimmy Graham, but he doesn't, and so I get that easy touchdown with Jimmy Graham. So I kick it off to him, and he gets the ball, and I am controlling Rivers, and like, boom. Like, wow. When I saw that, I was like, did he just not fumble? I mean, that was a nice hit, though. I just, like, weaved through everybody, and then just, boom. That was the next play. So he's going to try to go for a deep bomb or something just to, you know, let him get a score. But then he does the wrong move, son. Interception. And I have the ball in great field position just because of that. 1 play, 1 interception. So I skipped to, well, you don't really have to see everything that happened between that. I only have 7 seconds left here, going with some type of play that would get me to the end zone. I see Patterson wide open, and he runs into the end zone for a touchdown. With only 2 seconds left, I kick it off to my opponent, and he calls for a fair catch, and now he's just going to try to go for the deep bomb. But that does not work. As you can see, I mean, it does work, but there's no time left, so he couldn't really do anything. So as you can see, he kicked, so I have to kick it off back to him with my kicker, and he doesn't really do anything on this play. I mean, I didn't really do anything, he didn't really do anything. He almost got a run going, but then my kicker, no, not my kicker, he almost went to the end zone, but then he ran out of bounds. I was so lucky at that point. He could have gotten another really good touchdown. So it's 2nd and 10 now. He just did a really weird play that I don't understand why. But now he's dropping back with RG3, switching to Calvin Johnson, and he just gets a nice screenplay. I was not expecting that. Almost getting a touchdown, but then Carmichael, I don't know his name. He saves the day with that nice tackle, just trying to run him down, and he does. So I'm controlling Ellis, and he passes it straight to his receiver and he breaks the tackle and goes into the end zone for a touchdown. So now I'm trying to block it, but as you can see, that never works for me. Never will and never has. So he kicks it off to me. I'm trying to get a run going, but I don't. And then I get my first play going. So I'm gonna go for the same play that Patterson scored the touchdown, and going back to not for Patterson. I'm going to Calvin Johnson. I just saw him wide open, and this was a big play for me. I mean, I just got a lot of yards, and at this point, my mentality was just kind of like, okay, just get a touchdown. You're gonna win this. Like, I mean, if you get a touchdown, and like not win it, but if you get a touchdown right now, you're gonna have a really nice lead. So I'm gonna be really greedy, pass to Calvin Johnson, but oh, yep, interception. So now he has a chance to tie it up. Maybe even go for the game winner if he scores for 2, but I don't think that would happen. So he's gonna go for a pass play. He gets a nice pass right, I mean, RG3 just threw a dot right there, just straight in between. And as you can see, nothing really interesting happened. Just, he ran the ball, passed it. Nothing really interesting. 2-minute warning, so, clock stops. In my red zone, on the 3-yard line, I'm trying to go for a man play because he was just doing these screen plays. But then he just throws me off totally with this play. He goes for a pass play, and he runs it in with RG3. I thought it was going to be a screen play just because he's been doing that so much. And right now, I'm going to try to... no, not going to happen. So it's tied. He kicks the ball off to me with 1:57 seconds left, tied up in the 4th quarter. So I don't really do anything with this play. I just knee it back just to be safe. And so my mentality right now is get in field goal position, and then you can win the game. Just because I don't need to have anything else. So I'm looking for anybody, and I see Patterson coming up with the big catch again. He has just been really helpful this game. I mean, if he might be even the MVP, he might be the most, he might be the player of the game. So I'm gonna try to look for a route where it would be a good route to try to go deep for, because that's what I'm really looking for right now. And so I'm just gonna waste down the clock right now, because I don't even think he noticed it right now. He was as you can see, he's just running around trying to know when I'm gonna hike the ball, but I don't even think he noticed that I was just trying to run down the clock. I think he was just kind of somehow he was just trying to get a good blitz in, and then he just stands still I don't even care. So RG3, he hikes the ball. I'm looking for Patterson A, but I don't see him. So I try to scramble out of the pocket, and it works. I scramble with RG3, not for a first down, but for 2nd and 1. So as you can see, he finally called a timeout, knowing what I'm doing now. Even though I'm still not in field goal position, he's figuring out what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go for sorry, I'm gonna go for the comeback route here. I'm gonna go for the curl route, but then that doesn't work, and I just dive with RG3 to get the first down. So I'm in field goal position right now, and I'm just gonna try to run it right here just to get some extra yards or get a first down. But then I decide, you know what? No, I want to pass it, because I decided that in my mind I need to get better field position. So I kind of just wasted down the clock, as you can see. Then I decide, you know what? Who cares? Then I see Humanda, and he's wide open. I almost probably could have gotten a touchdown, but I did not want to get a touchdown. So as you can see, I'm going to go into field goal position with my opponent having 2 timeouts left. And he notices this, and he's trying to ice the kicker or something. He's just going to try to call his timeout just to get it ready. So with that, I'm just going to go for a normal running play. Not anything interesting, just, trying to run down the clock. Now I'm going to go into another field goal position just to make it easier for me. So, Adrian Peterson, getting a couple yards. That was a nice play. So I'm going to go into field goal position again, and he only has 1 timeout left. So he calls the timeout, and he has no more left. So it wants me to kick a field goal with 10 seconds left, but I want to run it. Just because if I run it, I can call a timeout with like 5 seconds left, and then that would pretty much be the game. I don't have really a risk of him, returning it or something. So I decided to just run the ball with Adrian Peterson, and he runs it, and he fumbles the ball, but I recover it. I recover the ball, and right then and there, I was probably the luckiest person on earth. So I'm going to go for the field goal. Not really good kick, but it is in. No time left on the clock. Winning that game 24-21. This was a really intense game with me and Utter Magician. I mean, that was really an intense game from what just happened. And as you can see, my kicker is player of the game somehow. He's not even my kicker, he's my punter, but he's okay. But he's the player of the game here with that nice field goal. But that Adrian Peterson fumbling, that was really scary. So now I'm going to go into a pack right here. Just, I don't know. I'm not going to really be doing a big pack opening until I get a lot of coins. So I'm just, just going to buy a pack just to see what I can get, because it kind of has a small promo. So let's see what we get in it. First off, we get a Chip Kelly head coach card, which is kind of weird. Then we get a San Diego Chargers offensive playbook. Then we get a kicker from the. Then we get Casillas again. Then we get a Patriots uniform, which I will use. Then we get a cornerback, and then we get Earl Mitchell, a defensive tackle for the Houston Texans. These are going to be the main thing of the pack. And then we get a Chad Greenway and Mercedes-Benz Stadium in a contract. Now, I think that these are all good. I think that I'm going to really try to get all of those rookie stars, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a collection where all you have to do is just collect all of those 100, and then you'll get somebody who's like has a really good rookie year, like RG3 or somebody like that. And I know that's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen. So I'm not gonna really be using many of these first ones, but I am gonna be using Chad Greenway and really anybody in this pack who can make it on my team. Not the head coach. Sorry. Sorry, Chip Kelly, you're not in. So I'm gonna be using that stadium. I'm gonna be using Chad Greenway. Contract, that's always important. Earl Mitchell, I'm gonna be adding to my team, and everybody else, really, I'm gonna be adding to my team. But them, I decided to put them in my reserves. All of these guys, I'm gonna send in my current roster, and then everybody else, you guys can just go to my reserves in case I need you at some point in the future time. So now I'm gonna go. Put. I just saw that my running back was not filled because Adrian Peterson's contract ran out, and then I saw on the marketplace this Doug Martin in my price range for only 6,400 coins, and I don't even care if it was a bad decision or a good decision, because he's a long past chemistry, and that's what I am. So for one, I wanted to use Doug Martin, and for two, I have a long past chemistry for. So really, I mean, this was perfect. So I just decided to buy it right then and there, not anything else. Just I really was excited to get this card and put it on my team. So as you can see, I am going to go and put this Doug Martin on my team. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe.